had a dream. I had a dream that we, you and me, in my dream, were members of X-Force living on an island. And on this island, a man from the other side of the island abducted our children. And I know that this was bad because of the word abducted. So in the dream, I had to do something. Quickly. What is going on? I used our remote scanner to get an image from inside that villain's house. They were on the couch eating popcorn. Oh my God, it was worse than I'd ever thought. Imagine, I can't go to the police and say, a man abducted our children to eat popcorn. That sounds harmless. They're not going to believe me. They're not going to do anything. And believe me, as superheroes, we've learned time and time again, what you have to do before you can catch the bad guy is you have to catch them in the act. Catch them in the act of doing something villainous and expose them. I can't expose him for serving popcorn, but I knew that it was villainous. Remembering my days in Tibet, I went into a trance. And I left my body in the astral plane, and I traveled across the island to that evil person's lair. And I snuck in. Immediately I knew there was something wrong because he had his psychic scanners on full mode. It was going to be extremely difficult for my temporal form to sneak in undetected. I had to become like a man who was walking upside down inside a swimming pool. But I did it. I managed. Down the hall, into that room, that chamber of desecration against popcorn. And I looked. The man was there. He was telling stories to our children, and they were not laughing. They had a blank look on their face. Oh, this was terrible. And I went and I got a closer look at the popcorn, and it had been laced. Yes, I say it had been laced with butter and with salt, and also meth hydrochloride, which is something that turns people to kind of like zombies. Yes, indeed. This was terrible. Then, all of a sudden, his trap had sprung, push, and my astral form was caught. I had been trapped. There was no way for me to leave that room, not ever. And I knew in the morning my friends, were going to find my body in a comatose state. And you would probably call an ambulance if you could not rouse me. And eventually, it's only logic would dictate, you would eventually figure out that somebody had abducted our children and stolen my psychic consciousness. It only makes sense, although the clues lie to that. But by then it would be too late. I needed to send you a warning now. In your dream, I sent out my mind, and I touch you with my dream. As a matter of fact, you don't know it because you're dreaming right now, and you're in your own dream, and you don't know. You think you're in a Toastmasters contest. I implore you, when you wake up, remember these words that I've told you today. And tell you what, if you're a judge, give me high scores. That will help you remember. Remember the story I've told you. And when you wake up, send help. Send the other X-Force members. Rescue us and the children. I implore you. Thank you.